Hello YouTube, this is Lord Bass coming back to you again in this wonderful 2021. Thank God 2020 is over. Let's get started on a new year. Today we're talking about Parts Factory. I'm going to be honest with you, something that I wish had really been pushed on me. I know I had people telling me early on, focus on parts, focus on parts, focus on parts. I didn't. It was my fault. I really wish that I learned about the importance of the parts factory and making parts early on, because it makes a huge difference, especially now that I'm in Season 4. Not having Baneblades ready right now, that's really hurting me. Super important. So today we're going to talk about it, especially if you're starting out. Let's talk about parts factory, how to make parts, what they're used for, what BaneBlade does, and kind of where to go from there. We'll talk a bit about strategies as well. So let's get started. So when we're looking at the parts factory, there's different parts about it. There's crafting, there's materials, there's depot. When you build it, you want to start making parts. You have Trailblazer, Phantom, Ranger, Dreadnought, Preloader, Storm, and then once you hit Season 4, you get access to Baneblade. You're able to go through and start crafting them. The Baneblades, what it does is it actually takes parts that you currently have and you have to combine them to create the Baneblade parts. So for example, the engine requires a gold Ranger, a gold Phantom, and 2 gold Dreadnought engines if you want to make a gold Baneblade part. A lot of times I'll talk about gambling on parts. Baneblades, do not gamble. It's not worth it because you need to have the super cores to make them. But for those who are still early on, let's talk about the parts. The parts themselves should be going on based on which APC you plan to use most. That's where I usually start. So for me, it was vehicles. So I started making Phantom parts first. As you make these parts, it actually adds benefits to your APC. It increases, for example, suspension, increases the troop load, the vehicle might, and the vehicle resistance. Something like the engine increases the vehicle's HP, marching speed, and the combat speed of your vehicles. These apply to all those vehicles in that APC. So if you're using a mixed APC, the Phantom parts will have no effect for those troops. The other thing you'll notice is once you have 4 pieces, you get a bonus, and once you have 6 pieces, you get a bonus. You also get a active skill as well. So something you activate, which basically works on 1 hit. It increases the damage ratio by 60%. So that's good if you're going to just do 1 big hit, you want to kill a bunch of stuff. It takes 22 hours to refresh. So usually I activate it right before kill event, hit someone, I get an extra couple kills, and then I can keep going. The way you craft them is by taking different pieces. So for example, this Phantom tire requires 1 screw, requires 1 super glue, and requires 1 high density rubber. There's different levels, so there's white, green, blue, purple, orange, and gold. By having all gold, you guarantee the different rankings. So right now, I have all orange, so I'm guaranteed that if I were to craft this, I would be 100% chance of getting a gold Phantom tire. The other thing you can do, orange, if you change your part out to like a purple, you'll see what happens is the probability goes up and down. So there's now a 28% chance I'd get a purple part and 71% chance I'd get a orange part. The other thing that changes is the cost. If you look down here, the cost for the parts themselves also drop. I go back to my gold and see the cost has gone up 2,000 cores. The way that we make the parts, so these are all the parts I've made so far. The way you make the parts is here. Inside your materials, inside the actual building itself, when you press materials, you get to choose the parts you want to add. So you drag it into your spot here. Currently, I am making the fiberglass for the Phantom right now. And that allows us to kind of build the stuff up, because right now I'm trying to make a Phantom engine. going through and getting all this stuff, you can also come through. You can remove them as well. You can take them all out, and we can add more parts. So, for example, if I want to make a dreadnought, I can add this part in. I can drag it across, and it fills it all up. Makes it look nice and good. The other thing you'll realize is there's different rings. So there's basic material, which is the plain white. You can make 10 at a time. Common material, you can make 5 at a time. And this is all based on the research and the building level. So there's 2 parts to making parts. The building level, to be honest, is probably the most important part you can do. Under the research tree, you'll see there's parts production. This allows you to go through. There's parts that will decrease the energy core costs, also increase the speed of crafting. That's what these guys here do. These are good. However, the bonuses you get from doing your parts factory are far better. What I recommend you save this research for is when you run out of courage medals. So when you're doing your research, you'll realize as you get further on, especially when you're looking to unlock T9s, your courage medals start to disappear pretty quickly. So save your research for this. This research does require energy cores, so make sure you maximize your energy cores and start producing energy cores as soon as you can. These guys right here. It does get pretty expensive. So for example, the biggest portion is the electricity. So going from level 18, going to level 18 on this energy refining factory, I need 9 million power. Something to think about, something to plan for. I am producing quite a bit of cores, just having them all at level 17. I currently have 75,000 saved up. I need 48,000 to get this level 25. Once you hit level 25, that's when you can start crafting the Baneblade. So, to do a quick recap, what we've talked about is you want to make sure you have energy cores, so have all your energy cores going. You want to make sure that you have your parts factory maximized as soon as possible, and save the research for when you don't have courage medals. When you go to craft them, there's ways you can do different things. For example, with crafting, a lot of people you'll talk about will show that they will gamble. Essentially what it is you're looking at what can you make the probability. So for this guy, for my Ranger suspension, I have a 23% chance that I'll get a gold one and a 76% chance that I'll get orange. I have 3 orange and 1 gold. Let's see what I can do. We're going to do a gamble here together. I use my diamonds to craft immediately. Oh, and look at that. I got another orange suspension. So that gamble itself failed. It is something you have to realize that there is a chance that you'll get a lower level, especially if you have like a purple or a blue part in there. That hurts. When you have gold parts and a purple part, when you gamble on that, you lower your probability of getting the gold. That really hurts. It is what it is. We try and do what we do, but it kind of gets frustrating sometimes. So that being said, crafting parts, taking the time, saving them up is good. I will usually gamble making a part with 3 oranges and 1 gold. I have gambled lower. That's frustrating. I have won a couple times, so that's also good as well. So it depends how you want to play the game. A bunch of my friends they listened to the advice of our friends, and they actually started making parts really early on. Definitely something I recommend. So once we have our parts made, once you equip them, they start to give you the bonuses. That's definitely something you will definitely need for Season 1 of Doomsday, Season 2, and Season 3. When Season 4 comes along, you want to make sure you have the parts saved up. I have a couple graphics I'm going to show you as well here on the screen, right below me right here. The first graphic is the Baneblade parts. So these are the parts that are required to actually make your Baneblade. This is what it looks like right here. And these are the parts you need. This to me didn't really make sense. It's visually beautiful. It shows you the number of cores you need right here. It shows you all the parts a little bit further over, and it shows you for each part right here. However, a really awesome member of my alliance has actually made us a spreadsheet. This guy here actually gives me a little breakdown. I want to say thank you to Denny. from State 945, part of WAP, for making this easy to look at, easy to understand BaneBlade chart. This is kind of what I use now. It makes more sense to me. I can see exactly what I need to do, where I need to focus on, what do I need to make. Yeah. So, BaneBlade, super important for Season 4. What the difference between BaneBlade and the other ones are is BaneBlade, the boosts apply to all troops. So Phantom is just for vehicles, Ranger is just for shooters, and Dreadnought is just for fighters. BaneBlade is all of them. So you'll see people running mixed APCs. So you'll see people who will have 2 rows of shooters, 1 row of fighter, 2 rows of fighter, 1 row of shooters. And by having these parts in there, getting those bonuses, it's a huge advantage. Mainly because an all-vehicle APC cannot beat 2 shooters and a fighter, or 2 fighters and a shooter, especially if they're running BaneBlade. It's not going to happen. Having this advantage in Season 4 is really going to help you. It can cost a lot of money invested. The super cores are where it really comes down to, where the cost comes down. You can use diamonds to build up your parts. You can make all the gold parts using diamonds. The super cores are where it gets really expensive. They don't come out until Season 4. You'll see a lot of the big spenders will actually pay to get the Baneblade as soon as possible. I have a couple people in my alliance that have 3 or 4 sets already. We are about halfway through Season 4. It does take a lot of investment to get there. Myself, I have invested some money. I currently have about 100,000 super cores, so I'm able to make 1 part so far. I'm saving up. I don't want to disassemble some of my gold sets right now to make them, because I don't have enough to make a full set. So I am saving up my super cores. If you don't spend any money at all, you're looking probably close to about a year before you can get the super cores. You get about 700 a day in your helicopter. Buy them whenever you can, especially if you're looking to make this long term. You can get it free to play. It will take a really long time to do it. If you are going that route, I do not recommend breaking up your sets. Make extra pieces. So make extra gold engines, make extra gold computers, make extras, so that when you go to make your Baneblade, you're ready to go, and you don't lose those bonuses as you're going along. That is my Baneblade video. That's my part video as well. If you want to see anything else, if you think I missed anything, please let me know. Alright, I want to share with you an amazing LSS community, Leo's VIP raffle group. Leo can get you in touch with other amazing LSS players. He can help you find skins. He's even held over 100 raffles. This group of people he has brought together is such an amazing community. It's one of definitely the most fun LSS chat groups I'm a part of. If you want more details, please send me a DM, and I'll get you in touch with Leo. You might even get a chance to win a raffle and some skins. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, let's keep playing.